Hey everyone, Ace of Clay here, and welcome to another video. In this one, I will be transforming this ugly vintage old man figurine into a Santa Claus figurine. So if you want to see how I do it, then keep on watching. Alright, so technically this is my second thrift store transformation video. My first one I transformed a Christmas angel into a creepy doll for Halloween. So if you want to check that out, it's linked up there. But this is really the first time that I've sculpted over something else. So I'm really not sure what to expect, but we're just going to take a shot in the dark and see what happens. So let's start the video. Alright, now since this isn't the 1800s anymore, Santa doesn't need a pipe. So I'm just trying to remove it here with a hammer. And looking back, that probably wasn't the best method. Yeah. Next time we'll try something different, but we'll sculpt him a new hand and everything will be fine. You'll see. Alright, now I'm just going to put a thin layer of clay over all of the chest area and back area just to cover up the details that are there, because I want it to be a poofy Santa jacket, not a vest and button-down shirt. I really enjoyed doing this because I didn't have to do all of the stuff that I normally don't love to do when I'm sculpting, like create the armature or like make the arms and the hand and stuff. Well, I mean, I do have to make the hand because I busted his off. Because originally I wanted this to be Santa eating like a Christmas cookie, but I ended up going with another idea that you'll see later in the video. But anyway, back to my point. I really enjoyed doing this because I didn't have to do any of the groundwork and I was just able to do the detail stuff, and it was a lot of fun for me in the end, and I hope you guys enjoy it so that I can do more videos like this. And then here you can see that I've transformed his umbrella into a toy bag of toys, toy sack, whatever you want to call it. And I just did that by bulking it out with some aluminum foil and then adding a thin layer of clay over it and then refining everything right here. Now I'm adding some folds and wrinkles to the bag to make it look more like fabric. And I'm just doing that with a nice little snake that I rolled out, and then I'm going to blend the edges into the rest of it and then repeat that step over and over until the bag looks the way that I want it to. And now I'm going to add a small piece of clay to the handle of the former umbrella and make it look like the top of the bag that he's holding. And add some more wrinkles with my color shaper and little dental tool. Now I'm adding all of the fluffy white trim to his coat that I will later texturize. And then for the trim down the center of his jacket, I'm creating a little indent there where the belt is going to go, looking like it's pushing away the fluff. And now I'm just texturizing everything. Now to add some texture and dimension to the areas that'll be red, I'm using, I think that's a facial brush, like a facial scrub brush. I like that or a toothbrush, and it kind of creates this nice texture that gives it another level of detail. And then here I'm just adding the belt, the buckle, and the belt loops. Now it's time to add the beard. I'm just building it up here with clay. It's not big enough for me yet, so I'm gonna add another piece. Just blend it all in really nice and then add some more hair to the sides and back of his head. Now I'm turning his hat into a Santa hat by creating a dome shape over the top and then adding that nice rim of white fluff that matches his coat. And texturing that too. Now I'm texturizing his beard, and originally I was going to give him a curly beard, but I thought that would be a little too distracting, so I went with a straighter one. And I think it came out pretty good. I like the way that it looks with the style of the face and all that. Now I'm working on his mustache. This is actually like The 5th mustache that I did on him, I wasn't happy with any of them, so I just took a simple route. And initially I wanted it to be like curly on the ends, but it just kept giving me trouble and it wasn't matching his beard and all that, so we went with this one. Now I'm just texturizing the hair, making it look different than the beard hair. And I'm finishing his hat and adding the little pom-pom on the end of it with some bacon bond. Now I have to make his hand because I broke his original one off. And that's fine. I don't love making hands, so I really don't have much to say about them. Maybe one day I'll make a dedicated tutorial on them, but I just don't enjoy making them. You know, I mean, like, I can do it and everything, but I'd rather do something else. And on top of it, you have to make 2 of them in most cases, so that's probably a big reason why I don't like making them. And then to attach the hand, I poked a little piece of wire in it and stuck that into the tiny hole that was in his arm, and that held it there pretty well. Originally, I wanted him to hold a cookie with like a bite taken out of it, but after putting the beard on, the cookie wouldn't fit, so couldn't do that anymore, but I think he looks pretty good in his little thinking pose. I wonder what he's thinking though. Now I'm just texturizing the rest of his jacket trim and refining everything as much as possible. Now I'm just going over the entire surface with a nice generous coating of clay softener. This removes fingerprints and smooths out imperfections. And he's ready to bake. Now it's time for some paint, and I'm starting with his face, and this is going to take like 3 or 4 coats because, like I said before in previous videos, the light colors have terrible coverage. Except here I think the white for the trim actually had pretty good coverage, so I don't know. Maybe it was just a good day for the paint. For all the trim, I tinted the white with a little bit of yellow so that it's not just like stark in your face white. And then for his beard, so it's not the exact same color as the trim, I tinted it with a little bit of black, making it extremely, extremely light gray. Now I'm painting the whites of his eyes like my life depends on it, and giving him some rosy cheeks. To get this rosy color, I mixed his skin tone color with a little bit of red, and got that. Now I'm painting his microscopic irises, trying not to screw them up so I don't have to start over. And I also gave him a nice brown lash line, and now I'm detailing his eyebrows and starting some red paint on his hat. Now, as I started to paint the red on the coat, it was actually kind of cool to see the original pieces of the figurine blend with the areas that I sculpted, so you can't tell what's original and what's new. So, I don't know, I just thought that was kind of cool. Now I'm painting the base, and when I was doing this, I was thinking, man, I really wish I would have sculpted some snow on it, but I didn't, so I ended up just dry brushing some white paint on there and making it look like the snow kind of just started falling. So now it's Santa sitting on a tree stump in the middle of the woods, or in the middle of your front lawn where your tree used to be, but you had to chop it down because you didn't want it falling on your house. And now I'm painting his toy bag. And I painted this nice little brownish mustard color. I didn't want to paint it green because I thought that'd be too expected and I wanted to throw you guys off. So there's that. Now I'm gonna shade his toy bag a little bit with some dark brown. And this is the same color that I painted the bag, but I just added some more brown to it to make it darker, obviously. And then I dry brushed some metallic gold over it to make it look more magical. And I'm painting this little leaf thing at the bottom to look like holly. Don't know what it was in the first place, but it's holly now. And then adding some little shine reflections to his eyes. Very stressed out here. Yeah, very stressed out. And now I'm just shading all of the white areas with a very, very light coating of gray to just give it some more dimension and make it look way less flat. And then I'm glazing the whole thing with matte varnish, and he's done! Let me know in the comments what you think. That's a wrap, everyone. I hope you liked the video. I know he did because he looks a million times better than he did before. So let me know what you think by leaving a comment. And then of course, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Check me out on Instagram and Facebook at Ace of Clay. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna drop this.